So this video is on burnout. Why do I feel so burnt out? If this is your first time on my channel, I just wanted to say welcome and introduce you to a thing that we do in the beginning of each video because it might seem a little bit odd, but we throw ourselves a little dance party no matter where you are, whether you're driving in your car, whether you're at the gym, whether you're at home with your kids or sitting on the couch by yourself. Create some energy right now. You will be surprised how much better you feel just releasing some energy, getting your energy levels higher, increasing your state. All right, let's go. I love that. Doing absolutely nothing is just as important as being productive. Doing nothing is productive. Today, we're talking about burnout. And although it's been an issue for years now, it has been on the rise specifically the past couple of years. And I want to give you some tools to empower yourself to get out of that burnout cycle. So what is burnout? According to helpguide.org, burnout is, quote, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. As the stress continues, you begin to lose the interest and motivation that originally led you to take on the certain role in the first place. Another important connection you could make here is adrenal fatigue, if you know anything about it. If not, Google it later. So how does burnout happen? Well, you may not like this answer, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. The root cause of burnout is lack of boundaries. We live in a world right now where we're expected to be 100% accessible to 100% of the people that we are surrounded with. Whether that's at work, whether that's our personal relationships, whatever it is, we're expected to be accessible all the time. But let me tell you something, that does not mean that we have to be accessible 100% of the time. Can you give yourself permission to rest? When God created the world, literally the most powerful energy source, the most powerful source in the entire universe, when He created the world, on the seventh day, He rested. So why can't you? Can we all just adopt this new hobby of mastering the art of doing nothing? Now, setting boundaries is going to look different for everyone. If you're in that typical 9 to 5, those boundaries that you're setting may look different than someone working from home or someone working for themselves. If you have a family, specifically kids, versus someone that is single and unattached. Or if you are in school, in college or high school, your boundaries are going to look different than a working professional. However, these tips can be adapted to any situation and can be modified for what works best for you. So don't be turning off this video thinking, oh, I can't make this work, because you can, and it's all in your mindset, friends. We all have the same amount of minutes in each day. How we use those minutes is what matters. Some of us have more daily demands that pull us in different directions, but the entire world is struggling with burnout. It's not just one demographic. So please change the story that you are telling yourself that you just don't have enough time. If your story is, I'm too busy to blank, you are adopting that victim mentality mindset. And I say this with love. I say this to myself more than I'm saying it even to you. But who does that affect when you're adopting that victim mentality mindset? It doesn't affect me, it affects you. Take the power in your own hands. Take responsibility rather than allowing outside circumstances to run your life for you. It is so much easier to say, well, my boss expects too much from me, or I have too much on my work plate, or I'm just trying to climb that corporate ladder. I have to put in the hard work now and go to get to where I want to be. Or my family deserves more from me, or my husband or my partner or my best friend. Whoever it is, the more that you are able to adequately care for yourself, the better you are for those people. So for that reason, friend, self-care is not selfish. Setting boundaries is not a selfish thing. It's actually very much for those people in your life whom you love or work with. Now, we need to be clear in understanding all factors in this burnout pandemic, because it's not just us. There's a lot of outside factors as well. One factor is certainly that we may not be taking full accountability for ourselves, but another factor is just the state of the world that we are living in now. Not only are we expected to be 100% accessible, but as a society, we are living in a constant state of fear. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I will link one up here, but we talk a lot about the negative energies and the positive energies. Fear, anxiety, stress, all of those are negative energies that are gonna bring down our energy levels, resulting in feeling tired, feeling stressed, feeling just icky. And then there's positive energies like joy, peace, abundance, all of those things that are gonna raise our levels. On top of that, we are also living in an information overload society. So everywhere we look is vying for our attention, because you can go and get information anywhere. You can go on the internet, you can go on TikTok, you can go read a magazine, you can go read a book, you can watch TV. There are so many ways that we can gain information. So everyone is fighting for our attention. You can see this very clearly in the news, on social media. Even our personal relationships are wanting our attention. And let me tell you something, our bodies assimilate to the energies that we surround ourselves with. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed and fall into that victim mentality, okay? Let's recognize that, let's name that, and let's step out of this situation and look at it from a more objective standpoint. Instead of allowing ourselves to stew in all of that negative energy, what can we do to change the energies that surround us? Let's be proactive in changing our state. The best way to do that here, setting boundaries. So do what feeds your soul. Create the time, because if it's not created, it's not just gonna magically show up, friends. You're not gonna magically get an extra hour in your day tomorrow. Choose to do something that feeds you energetically. What do I mean by that? Certain activities help ground us and raise the energy levels in our body just by their nature. Any activities that can get us out in nature in quiet are generally a great place to start. Some examples of this would be getting outside, going for a hike, walking the beach, going to the park, heading to the lake. I don't know, wherever you are, you can find nature, whether that is just walking outside in your grass, in your backyard. You can gain the energy from the earth. There are not too many things that we can get for free in this world, but the earth freely gives us its energy, its power, its vitality, and we have forgotten that we can accept that. Now, that may be a little bit too hippy-dippy for you, and that's okay, but I invite you to just go outside, walk barefoot in the grass, walk barefoot on the beach, wherever you are, for even just 10 minutes, and just pay attention to how you feel. Do you feel any differently after you spend those 10 minutes outside? Another really great thing that we can do to raise our energy vibration is meditation, for so many reasons. But a couple of those reasons are, one, just sitting in the quiet. We live in a world where quiet does not exist. We need to create that quiet. We need to allow our brains that time to stop racing, sit, and just be. And if you've never meditated before, just a quick reminder that this will be difficult when you first start out, okay? Our brains have been wired to be constantly racing, to have that external noise and external input. So it's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel awkward, but I invite you to stick with it. Just even for 4 weeks, for 30 days, stick with it and see what happens. If meditation is totally not in your wheelhouse, that's okay. Another really great example is reading. It also allows your brain that time to slow down, to sit in the quiet, to just go into the book. Sit in the quiet with a really great book without your phone. Maybe get a nice cup of tea, look at the clock, set a timer for 10 minutes. Start where you can. If planning something for yourself every day seems like too much, start with once a week. Start with 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be going somewhere, spending lots of money, or taking lots of time. See what a difference just one 10-minute meditation a day will do for you. Your body will whisper before it screams, friends. I encourage you to listen to the whisper. I'll see you next time. Bye.